Hun, you gonna come down? Your breakfast is gonna get cold.
I'm getting changed, Mom. I woke up 5 minutes ago.
Well, you're gonna be late. I'm already so stressed out because you're going to detention. I mean, I just can't believe it. And she actually kind of like, you also know she's also kind of like happy in a way too.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And
She's
like
trying to
when
be
we
a concerned mother, right?
yeah, when we cut to my room, I'm like shaking my head. I'm like, yeah, concerned, and I'm like, got one leg in the pants, and I'm like jumping up and down into them.
She's like, Coach DeVry's you're never going to hear the end of it. I know I'm going to get a phone call from him if you're late. Come on, Fall, let's go.
DeVry went to DeVry, probably. He'll be fine.
That's a sick bird on the trade schools. What does she make you for breakfast? What do you have?
I don't know. Oatmeal. Something hearty.
Hearty. Hearty woodfolk food.
Yeah. It's got to be like oatmeal and then like 2 pieces of bacon and 2 eggs, and it makes a happy face in the bowl, right?
Yeah, it's good. I like it. It's good.
I just devour it.
Awesome. That's good. I don't think I have anything else I want to do here. I just want to kind of see you at home a little bit. Do you have anything else you want to do in this scene?
I think maybe we just like go out to the truck, and I want it to look like the police truck in Stranger Things too. The kind of Bronco looking thing.
Yeah, a big Bronco. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Weirs. The Egyptian Palace, bar and hotel. No longer a hotel, but the bar is a thing. It's called the Egyptian Palace. This is established in our fiction. The main bar area has like a really heavy schlocky Egyptian motif, right? Like there's all kinds of like Egyptian stuff, I want to know what you each see as the camera's panning around the bar part. Give me the Egyptianness. I'll kick us off, for example. I think that the wallpaper has like hieroglyphs.
I was thinking maybe the pillars are like the Egyptian type pillars, right? They're a little bit gaudy.
Yeah, like sandstone, roughly hewn pillars.
Yeah, it's like the ones that they're not like plastic, but they look like replicas of the thing. Like they're not classy enough to pull it off.
Right, yeah, it's good.
Add to that like I picture these like propping up like the bar area kind of and there's asps
nice
around them.
That might be why your mother bought this place, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of like asps and snake worship going on.
Right, yeah. It's good.
I guess they have a jukebox kind of styled like a sarcophagus with a lot of gaudy light and novelty records.
It's early in the morning, Adeline, and your mother, part of the reason why she likes to tend bar is because she likes to have easy access to the booze. As you enter the scene, like you'll see Jacqueline already at the bar. She's already poured herself a drink. It's 8 a.m. She's already poured herself a drink, and she's already like, Jackie O women's suit, right? Like she dresses like really stylishly, right? But a little old fashioned, right? Yeah, what do you look like when you go downstairs?
I'm not sure that Jacqueline would approve of this, but she's wearing her uncle's military jacket and just like maybe like a t-shirt, like maybe a Black Sabbath or something like that.
Would you stop and chat with your mom, or would you try to get the hell out of there?
I think she would feel obligated to good morning to her mother and maybe give her like one of those passive aggressive, judgmental looks, because I feel like her family is powered on passive aggression.
Yeah, probably, almost certainly, right? She says, well, that is a very interesting sartorial choice, Adeline.
That's a big word for 8 a.m, Mother.
She's like, well, this is a big drink for 8 a.m. And she kind of like throws it back.
Adeline will give like a little bit of an eye roll. Well, I'm off. Try to go easy there.
Before you go, I've heard rumors. You know the rumors I'm talking about. That girl at your school.
There are a lot of girls at my school, Mother. Which girl in particular are you referring to?
The girl at your school who knows that I haven't always looked like this.
Heather from before we moved.
Right. Heather from before you moved. I heard she got detention with you. Is this true?
Yes, I do believe we will have the pleasure of each other's company until exactly 5 p.m.
Well, dearest daughter of mine, I regret to inform you that it's going to be on you to solve this little problem.
And how would you suggest I go about doing that, Mother?
In the old days, we would resolve problems with humans in a manner that, well, can only be described as extrajudicial. I'm open to this if you see an opportunity, but maybe threats of violence will go far enough. I'm spinning a string, you'll get an XP. You have to work on silencing Heather. Like, Heather cannot talk about that anymore. Do you take that?
Adeline gives one of those like slanted, I'm not too happy with this kind of frowns, and sort of like dips a little bit into her shoulders and says, yep, do, Mother, but please do take care of yourself in the meantime.
She's like, you're a very, very good daughter. There may be hope for our family after all. If you do end up killing her, I'm sure your Aunt Eleanor would love for you to bring back some of her hair.
Well, if it comes to that, then I'll see what I can do.
Bring us some hair anyway. Come on, Adeline. You know it makes us so happy. Get us some hair.
Very well, Mother. I will get some hair for... May I go, or are you going to keep piling upon requests?
Let me see what else I have in my archive. What's in my inbox? No, I'm empty. And then she refills her glass. You can go.
She looks at her mother, fill up the glass again, and takes herself out. I feel like they must have a driver to like drive her to detention.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Let's cut over to see Adam's home life. What are your parents' names? Bert.
Yeah, let's do Bert and Sally.
How would you describe your relationship with Bert and Sally?
Yeah, I guess distant. Like both from both sides. Like I can't make the connection even if I want to, and stressed out by their interactions. And yeah, they are kind of, I already said, bias, regret, and maybe a bit disappointed how all this turned out after a few years.
Yeah. How sad. As the camera swings into Adam's house, I think you have a house, like, I think that there are like there are a number of like little small tiny neighborhoods that are kind of like clustered around the main drag of Mercy Falls. And so these are like little cul-de-sacs with little houses that kind of, they're kind of up in a hill or whatever, right? Lots of tree cover. And so as we kind of go into your house, in your room specifically, I would like to know what we all see. This is for everybody. What we see that shows that Adam doesn't really have an identity of his own.
Maybe there's like a mosaic of pictures of other people. No like selfies or anything like that, especially since it's the 80s, right?
Right. Lots of like Polaroids of other people, right?
Yeah. It's like a crime board, but not like death, right?
I like that. So Adam tracks like people like via string and Polaroids and a cork board. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that.
The family refrigerator is filled with like pictures and stuff, but there's there that feels particularly like Adam. In fact, there's a lot of white space where you might have treasured memories.
So it's the absence of things. There are no like little kid drawings and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, it's just like receipts and shopping lists and other things.
I like that.
Yeah, I think in my closet there is just, more or less the same pieces of clothing with small variants, but like it's a basic black t-shirt, it's a black pullover, it's a black jeans and black shoes. That, like, just the same pieces of clothing.
That's good. I like it. Yeah, it's good. The lack of variety, I guess, is an identity of its way. But I like it. Your mother, Sally, I'd like to suggest that, like, your relationship with her, because there's this distance and this sort of like disappointment, I think it's probably affected Sally like in a really, really negative way, right? I think she probably is medicated a lot. She probably has like bipolar disorder or some kind of like depressive disorder. And I think that the thing she needs, right, to some degree, is for you to be whole. Maybe she's too far gone as far as like her emotions go, and vis-a-vis you. I think it's something she needs, and you don't even have like you might sense it. Do you sense it? Do you sense that like that gulf between you is a problem for her?
I know she's sad a lot. I'm not sure I realize the cause.
Yeah. So of course, when you come down, you have to fend for yourself, right? There's probably no like breakfast. It's not like Fall's parents, or Fall's mom, like, but I think your mom is down there and she's in her housecoat and she's drinking coffee. I think your dad's down there too. I think your mom is there just listlessly drinking a cup of coffee. She has the paper and like kind of turns the page and she says, "Oh, it looks like they're having some kind of reception at the Great Pine. That's really nice. Don't you think?" Just to no one in particular, just maybe to you, maybe to your father.
He doesn't answer?
Yeah, he just kind of gives like yeah, they're always doing fancy stuff at the Great Pine. And I think he's got the paper too, right? Looking at the sports page or whatever. They haven't even noticed you come down there.
Yeah, I guess I just walk to the refrigerator and take out like a glass of jam, eat just a few spoonfuls of that.
Jam. Nice. And eventually your dad will put down the paper and say, "Son, where are you headed?"
I told you, I have to go to school today.
"Son, it's Saturday. Why are you going to school today?"
Detention.
Detention? And you definitely told him about detention, right?
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, Adam. What are we going to do with you?"
Yeah, I fill my mouth with jam, so I don't have to answer right away.
He says, "Well, I hope you learn your lesson."
Sure, I guess.
And then your mother says, "Oh, Adam, I didn't see you come down."
Yeah, you were reading the newspaper. It's okay, but yeah. I maybe I shouldn't do sports. That seems to be the main problem.
She says, "Oh, sports are so good, though. They keep your energy levels up." That's a really bad thing. When you let your energy levels fall, son, gotta keep it up, or life will just run right over you.
Yeah, I guess. That's true. I should keep my energy levels up.
Honey, where are you going?
I'm going to school. Detention. That's why we are talking about energy levels.
Detention? Oh my goodness! And then she kind of like, she just like, kind of shakes her head like, "Oh my gosh!" And she kind of like breathes really heavy. She's looking down at her like food, coffee. And she says, "Well, just let us know if you need anything."
No, it's fine. I just need to get there on time.
Your father grunts. Your mother goes back to her coffee.
Yeah, I just put the jam on the counter and give both of them a glance, and then I walk out of the door.
Okay, good. I'd like to give you a condition based off how that went. Interestingly enough, I'm going to give you the condition unnoticed, which is something that Fall actively does, but which in this case, maybe you've earned your unnoticed condition from many years of mutual disinterest between you and your parents. So,
As you leave, they're like, "Where's he going again?"
right. Yeah.
No.
My heart goes out to Adam, but it was played very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for Adam. I weirdly don't feel bad for Adelind.
Neither do I.
Yeah, because her storyline is pulp horror, and mine is drama.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, precisely. I want to have the scene with you guys for now. I think that Coach DeVry is there when you. I think you're probably like the first three to arrive for whatever reason, and Coach DeVry is there checking people in, right? Like sign in. You go, you sign in. If you try to go to the like far back of the room, he's like like it kind of moves you, to a closer seat, right? And
fine, if I can't sit in the back, then I will sit just here. And I walk straight to the middle of the room.
He's there, and he's just kind of like, I tell you what, I do not want to be here on a Saturday with all of you. This is not what I had in mind.
Yeah. Well, you are the one who invited us.
So I did. Well, I'll give instructions once everybody else gets here, and the three of you can chit chat or have a scene if you want.
I feel like Adelind wouldn't say anything. She'd take her seat quietly, but then she'd try and like steal glances over her shoulder at Fall, because like maybe like a little weird crush on Fall. But she's in like the worst spot to like indulge it.
Yeah, you have to like crane your neck, so it's hard to get
Yeah,
away
so
with.
it's like very obvious.
Surreptitiously,
Yeah.
Paul, what are you doing?
I think it would be interesting if she was trying to steal glances at me. I have my head positioned in such a way that I could be directly staring at her or not because of the glasses. Maybe that would be Icebreaker. I'm not sure.
Yeah, possibly. Let's look at the move. Let's see if it makes sense. Icebreaker. You radiate so much awkwardness that it affects those around you. So I think you basically ask these questions out of character, and then Adelind would blurt it out in character.
Yeah.
Adelind, like when you see Fall, like just kind of staring, what are you doing?
Her cheeks go like quite red. She like glances back down at her table again with that face of like, oh my god, he's looking at me. And then she waits for 3 seconds, and then she like tries to steal another glance to see if he's still looking, and then yep, he's still looking. So then she goes even redder.
Coach DeVry, like kind of leaning up against the desk at the head of the room there, is kind of seeing this little transaction between the two of you. And he calls back to Fall. He says, well, Romeo, like, why don't you go ahead and just make your move? It's pretty obvious.
Nice. I think, yeah, if he's super awkward, I think that what I would do then maybe is stand up, grab my chair by the back, and then drag it like grinding across the whole room up to like her desk, and then sit right beside her, and then just look directly at the DeVry instead of her.
Subtle, he says. Real subtle.
You see Adelind, like as you get closer physically, like closer you get, so she's kind of like in her shoulders again, very actively staring at her desk.
Well, so ask your question. We'll see how it goes.
I'd want to know most is, what do you wish I'd do?
And importantly, you have to blurt it out.
I know. Oh man, I think she blurts out like, "Please just talk to me."
I say fairly loudly, so you're the new girl in town?
And then she'll like a little squeak like, yeah, I'm the new girl in town. And then she doesn't quite know what to say after that.
Is it possible to use this interaction to shut down DeVry?
Maybe. What do you have in mind?
He's obviously trying to shame us, right? So I'm thinking pushing through it might be like making him.
Are you also like just out of curiosity, this sort of like weird little awkward situation? Are you also sweating right now?
Oh yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, that could be happening. Yeah, probably. This is quite a show for him, right? Like he's doing it to sort of get back at the teacher. It's not his natural state to be so bold.
I think you're probably sweating a little bit. You're getting your musk up, as it turns out. I think Adam is the one who's aroused, and that means you have to choose a reaction from the Sasquatch moves. I'll paste them in for you.
I have been following Adeline's eye line wherever she was looking. I was looking too, like subconsciously mirroring it, and now smelling it, I kind of intuitively I sat down with my legs crossed, and now I realized that and put my feet straight next to another and straighten my pullover, and then those are some really cool glasses you're wearing.
And scene.
Hi, listeners. This is Jason. If you are enjoying Mercy Falls 83, please consider supporting the Gauntlet on Patreon. There are a lot of costs associated with producing pocket-sized play, from editing, hosting fees, music licenses, and more. Your Patreon pledge helps pay for all of that stuff and indeed encourages us to create more pocket-sized play. As a bonus, if you pledge $2 or more, you also get early access to pocket-sized play episodes, which is pretty cool. So go to patreon.com/Gauntlet and support the show today. Thanks.